Hey lads, Rosie here. Uh, I haven't really made a video on the whole Bloodlust thing yet, so I'm gonna make a quick video on this. I want to talk about a few things. Okay, so everyone knows what the Bloodlust experiment is at this point. It's happening right now. They're getting rid of Bloodlust for the weekend. Okay. Let's just read this real fast. Bloodlust was originally introduced as a means to help the killer catch up with the survivor at a strong window loops that were safe. Blah, 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 blah. It was making it possible to killer catch them be infinite, these loops, and tweaking them to avoid those situations. As a result, Bloodlust has become a contentious mechanic where it's no longer necessary to gain a better understanding of Bloodlust in 2020. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that was a skim. Obviously, that's how I read this. Okay, so Bloodlust was introduced as a means of dealing with the infinites, okay? And they tweaked the infinites so survivors say, yeah, Bloodlust didn't really need it. And of course, Otofu says it too, because Otofu is, of course, the biggest clown in this community. As he continues to prove every time he makes a discussion video that he is the biggest clown in this community. Okay? Otofu, we'll deal with Otofu in a minute. Let's deal with Bloodlust in general right now. Okay? First of all, when you look at the squeaky wheel of Dead by Daylight right now, it's not a mechanic that makes the killer go, what is it, 0.2, then 0.4, 0.6, is that it? I don't even know the full, because I don't know, I don't usually need Bloodlust, so I don't really know these numbers. I think it's 0.2, 0.4, 0.6. A mechanic that makes the killer go faster every 15 seconds is not the squeaky wheel of this game, in a game where the generators pop in fucking 3.5 minutes. Completely a non-issue. The true balance of this game, like they're sitting here, these fuckers are sitting here running an experiment about killers on an impact that's low impact. You want to know about low impact? Bloodlust is low impact on a match. This game is This game is not balanced with or without Bloodlust. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. For real. Bloodlust is one of the most non-impact mechanics in this game, so this isn't even really a relevant question. Okay? Like, for real. I can't believe this is what we're tackling. This is such a complete non-issue and completely avoiding the real issues in this game, which is the fucking Gen Rush meta. Where's that early game mechanic we were promised 6 months ago? Oh, nowhere. Right, it's nowhere, because we're taking weekends to do Bloodlust experiments. It's a complete waste of fucking time. This is a complete waste of fucking time. But since it's all anyone's talking about right now, because the devs continue to distract you from the fact that 4-man Gen Rush dominates this game, since we found another way to distract the masses, and we're gonna give Killer another nerf, like, let's talk about this shit, bruh. First of all, ignoring the fact that some of the loops they're referring to are still in the game, i.e. there's an infinite on fucking Disturbed Ward. There's like 2 infinites on Disturbed Ward, actually, both involving busted forced vaults that need to go, and they are gone yet. There's a fucking awful loop at Ormond in the center that needs to go. And, of course, the infamous Badham Preschool being the biggest 3 examples of god loops in this game, and the Groaning Storehouse one. The Fractured Cowshot, I could keep going. I could really keep going here. There's just so many loops that aren't fucking done yet. But ignoring that, so ignoring the fact that those loops aren't even out of the game yet, there's also the issue of fucking tile spacing, which is abysmal to have to fucking deal with, okay? And Otofu said, I am in favor of every pallet and every tile having 50-50 counterplay for both sides, where if the survivor is playing perfectly, they shouldn't get hit. And if the killer makes one read, then they get hit. Okay, that's what he said. Of course, Otofu is in favor of removing the mechanic entirely because he's a clown, okay? And Otofu has a very childish stance on this. He has a very Survivor-like stance on this, which is just rip the mechanic out of the game, let's deal with the consequences later. That's literally like what he said. Let's rip the mechanic out, let's just rip it out and then deal with the consequences later. That's a very Survivor-favored mentality of ripping the mechanic out, okay? So, yeah, that's a very, very Survivor mentality that he says. Just rip the fucking mechanic out. Just truly pathetic. A very clown way to balance the game. Okay, so if you want to take out Bloodlust, okay, you want to take Bloodlust out. Okay, I mean, Identity V doesn't have anything like Bloodlust. If you want to take out Bloodlust, you know what you have to do? I'll tell you what you have to do. The first step to getting rid of Bloodlust is to get rid of the fucking map RNG. For real. The map RNG is the biggest reason why Bloodlust has to stay right now. Because tile linkage and tile setups are just so fucking broken. How about this? How about you leave Bloodlust in this entire time? We fix the fucking map RNG first, then balance, and then as soon as the map RNG is fixed, then we get rid of Bloodlust. How about that? The map RNG is literally, everyone has a problem with that. Everyone can't stand it, except the devs, so the only ones who like it. How about you get rid of the fucking map RNG? Get rid of that shit, and then, once we have an accurate map to work around that's the same every time, then we can get rid of Bloodlust, and then we balance around it. To say just rip the mechanic out right now, when it's not the thing that needs to go yet, is a very Survivor way of looking at the situation. I'm just gonna be blunt. It's a very Survivor way of looking at it. Just rip it out, bruh. Just get rid of it because it's not fair that the Survivor gets hit. You know, like how the fuck, how the fuck are just because you got down after 45 seconds because you were at a 45 second for 45 seconds you chained two jungle gym structures together that shouldn't be linked together. And the killer hit you with Bloodlust 3, and you say you were robbed. Like, fuck you. The tile shit's broken and shouldn't be there. Okay? So that's the squeaky wheel. But of course, the devs are choosing the Survivor way, which is we're about to get rid of Bloodlust because the killers are dominating, I'm sure of it right now, because I'm sure the matchmaking is as busted as ever. So this experiment is getting flawed data in the first place because the matchmaking sucks dick. So, matchmaking sucks dick. Killers are going to blow through all these fucking rainbow rank matches just like they usually do. The devs are going to say it's a non-impact mechanic and just straight up get rid of it without addressing map RNG, and the whole thing is just going to be a big Survivor buff. What the fuck else is new, people? What the fuck else is new? How long are they going to keep doing this? How long are they going to keep doing this? This is getting really old really, really fast. They keep addressing non-issues. The keys and the Moris are still in the game. Iridescent Head is still in the game. Ormond is still broken. The Badham tiles have been looked at twice now and they're still not fixed. Like, how the fuck do we keep examining non-issues and every real problem is ignored? These people are about to take your money for incomplete products in the Twins. These people have got to get some serious adjustments at behavior. There need to be some serious adjustments at behavior. Because this is getting more and more ridiculous by the day. One of the most useless mechanics in the game. Seriously, it's useless. Every killer player tells you it's useless. Except for those rare niche situations where you're at one of those loops. I mean, I guess they're not rare once you're at those maps. And when you get bad map RNG. It can kind of make up for the bad map RNG. Well, here's what all those god loops shouldn't be in the game, for the first thing. And then the map RNG also shouldn't be in the game. Everything that Bloodlust answers are the things that shouldn't be in the game. If Bloodlust is an answer to something, that thing shouldn't be in the game. Straight fucking facts, bruh. You shouldn't have tiles and tile spacing that gets you to Bloodlust 3. Okay? So basically, all Bloodlust does is identify the shit that shouldn't be there. So of course they want to get that out. Out of all of the factors that involve a chase in Bloodlust, like for a chase that gets the Bloodlust 3, every factor is being ignored except the Bloodlust itself, which is putrid. Putrid analysis from Survivor-favored developers. That's all this fucking is, bruh. Trash. It's fucking garbage, just like everything else behavior does. These people are fucking vile, filthy, wretched fucking snakes. Cocksuckers. All of them. How many more things do they have to do before they finally hit the things we want? This is another thing. I ask this every time they do something like this. How many things are going to get addressed before they hit the things we want? Awful. Truly awful.